Today's Black History Moment, we're going to examine The Banjo Lesson by Henry Ossawa Tanner. He was the first African-American artist to receive international attention for his work. In 1893, on a short return visit to the United States, Henry Ossawa Tanner painted his most famous work, The Banjo Lesson, while in his native Philadelphia. Tanner's desire to show us his vision of resilience, spiritual grace, and creative and intellectual promise of post-Civil War African Americans is fully realized. The scene is staged in the small confines of a log cabin, a hearth fire casting light from the right corner, and a natural white glow from outside enters from the left. The boy holds the banjo in both hands, his downward gaze a reflection of his focus and concentration on his grandfather's instruction. The older man holds the banjo up gently with his left hand, so that the boy is not encumbered by its weight. Yet the staging shows us that the man wants the boy to come into his own realization of music and its rewards. The boy is bathed in the glow of the fire's warmth, while a glimmer of white light shining across his forehead, the center of knowledge and understanding. The older man is submerged in the cool shadows of the room. This carefully orchestrated play of warmth and cool, of shadow and light, conveys the success of future generations is built upon the legacy of the previous ones. The grandfather is the past, the old America of slavery and civil war, of oppression and racism and poverty, while the boy, caught in the warm glow of the fire's light, is the new America of renewed opportunities, advancement, education, and new beginnings. It's also important that the instrument that leads the boy towards enlightenment is the banjo, an instrument highly significant to African American slave culture, the music of the American South. The banjo evolved from the gourd instruments of Africa and the West Indies and became integral to slave music throughout the 18th and 19th centuries. By Tanner's time, it was a mainstay of minstrel shows, in which it was the custom to portray African Americans as boisterous, jaunty, buffoonish, and dim-witted. This portrayal fed into the preconceived notion of white racial superiority, that African Americans, even if they were no longer slaves, would still be infantile and incapable of self-determined action or remarkable achievements. The shows depicted African Americans as having an innate musicality, which acknowledged their talent but undermined their intelligence. For Tanner, painting this image of generational torch passing was a way of debunking the entrenched derogatory stereotypes of African Americans propagated by minstrel shows. In Tanner's paintings, we see the grandfather and the boy as intelligent, noble, graceful people engaged in an intimate act of sharing of a creative knowledge. Their lesson became emblematic of the larger African American journey of the late 19th century and early 20th century, from emancipation and Reconstruction, from the terrors and injustices of Jim Crow laws, and from the exodus of the Great Migration, and the ferment and dynamism of the Harlem Renaissance. After painting The Banjo Lesson, as well as The Thankful Poor, Tanner moved back to Paris, where he would remain for the remainder of his life. Tanner felt that France was less encumbered with baggage of racial prejudice towards people of color than the U.S. In America, I'm Henry Tanner, Negro artist. But in France, I'm Monsieur Tanner, l'artiste américain. This desire to be recognized by the quality of his talent would inspire him to paint prolifically throughout his life, traveling through the Middle East and North Africa in search of authentic imagery for biblical paintings that will become the hallmark of his later career. But it is The Banjo Lesson that has become the iconic painting of his entire career. Its economy of scale, its emotional delicacy, its nuanced orchestration of light and shadow and symbolism situates it in a resonant space in American art history. My name is Mark DeWitt, and this is today's Black History Moment.